Bobby. This is Bobby LeBons, and you're listening to Crude Oil. Today, no interview today. Today we have a review. A double feature review. I've always said, why review one thing when you can review two? Like a conversation. You should always review two things at once, not one. We're going to be talking about Lincoln and Magnolia. But before I even get to the review, let me tell you what this soda I just bought. Because this thing is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I bought this thing. I spent about $1 on this thing probably. In old USD. And I thought I was just buying a soda. I didn't know I was buying a stockpile. This thing is huge. There's no way I'm going to be able to drink this whole thing. I got a lot in my mind after watching these movies. This thing on? Oh yeah, it is. It better stay on with the story I got for you. I watched Lincoln by Spielberg, and I watched Magnolia by Anderson. Woo-wee. I'd like to give you a little cowboy whoop there, but it's the middle of the night and I'm walking around now, so I don't want to wake up the whole damn neighborhood with my yipping and yapping, but just throwing a little soundbite here, Woo-wee, hot dog. That was a movie. That was intense. Lincoln wasn't that intense. Okay, I gotta give it to you. Lincoln was not that intense. Lincoln was a lot of political drama, but I felt like a lot of people say, art is free, you can do whatever you want. And yeah, you can do whatever you want, but you might then come out with a big piece of shit. So, I don't know. Just an opinion, everybody. It's the fact, but it's just my opinion. Anyway, Lincoln was good, but it was kind of bogged down in its time and place. It is called Lincoln, so it's sort of about a guy called Lincoln. You can't really get it out of the time and place. But I watched it on a Japanese streaming service. First 30 seconds is Steven Spielberg explaining to Japanese people who Abraham Lincoln is. It's like the first 30 seconds,
Hello, I'm Steven Spielberg. And, the North and the South, it was bad. It was real bad. And, old Lincoln had to get in there and, do some political maneuvering. And that's the movie you're about to watch.
Problem with Lincoln, it was too Spielbergian. He's a good director, but it's just, you know him too much. You know him too well. If you've seen a movie, you've seen Spielberg, right? So you feel like you're seeing Lincoln and not the car. The man. Lincoln. See, now this is where you start putting other people down. And I'm not going to be negative, okay? I'm going to be positive. Let's do this positive, okay? A lot of people are fucking more. Let's be positive. Lincoln was all right. I didn't like the end where they tell it all linear and they start jumping around at the end and they go to his little speech. I don't like that they showed him dying. I don't like that, they show him and he's all Christ-like on the bed. You can cut all that shit out if you ask me, you don't need any of that shit. Have him walk down the hall at the end. Have him give the speech, walk down the hall at the end, and cut the movie. Imply. Why do... See, now I'm going to start shouting in the middle of the night. Why say everything? That's the problem with these Spielberg fuckers. Why say everything? Why say everything when you can say a quarter of it and get the rest, imply the rest? I don't know. I always say way too much, so I have no room to speak. I always say 5 where 2 or 3 could have done the trick. But anyway. Now, the second movie on the bill, Magnolia. Oh my God, this blew my pants off. Oh my God. You get to a point sometimes where you sit there and you just say, this can be with any kind of art form, music, anything. You get to a point after a little while where you just sit there and you're like, God damn it, I've seen fucking everything. I've seen everything. You know, and I'm just not impressed anymore. It's good, I like it, but I'm not impressed anymore. I'm not moved. And that's really what you want with art, you know, you want to be moved. And you're not being moved anymore. You get it. You feel like there comes a point where you start to feel like, you know what, I get it. I get it. There's this masterpiece, this is a masterpiece, but I'm not really getting moved anymore. And, I mean, it's kind of like doing smack, you know, you need to do higher and higher doses, you know, until you just don't even feel anything anymore. And you need, like a dose that would kill, like, a normal person is just, like, something that's just, like, it just gets you through the day, right? That's the unfortunate thing that can happen with overconsumption of media. Until sometimes something comes out of left field, you know? Oh my God, this Magnolia just beat the hell out of me. I mean, I'm just going to come right out and say it. I've been making an effort to watch a lot of movies this year, and I finally have gotten over the hill. You know, it's like a German bathhouse, you know? Once you've seen one, you've seen them all, kind of, you know? And so, I figure, what the hell, you know, I was kind of losing steam on the whole movie train. Then I sat down and watched this Magnolia just now. Oh my God! Oh my God! I mean, this sent me out of my chair when it was over. Normally I finish a movie, well, most of the time I don't even finish a movie. Most of the time I just say, fuck this, and I just shut it off. Magnolia sent me out of my seat. I said it once, I'll say it 10,000 more times. It sent me straight out of my seat like a firework. This was incredible. It was an incredible movie experience. And I haven't had an incredible movie experience in a very long time. A very long time. When Magnolia ended, I sat up. I have 3 rooms in my apartment. I walked around each one of those rooms at least 6 times each. And I was just saying to myself again and again, wow. Wow. Oh my God. Wow. Absolutely an incredible, unforgettable experience. I mean, this movie rocked my world. Oh my God, and that ending. See how Lincoln, I could give you a bunch of specifics. I can't even get into specifics about this thing. It was so friggin' good. Magnolia? Just go put it on. Just go put it on. God, it was really good. Is this thing still on? Lincoln, a lot of talking, but if you're interested in Lincoln and that whole period, you'll get into it. Magnolia, in my case, it blew my head off. It was amazing. It's like the best movie I've seen this year. Best movie I've seen in a couple years. I'm gonna have to like go through my whole list. I don't know. I mean, I always say you should never claim that something is your favorite right after you watched it or listened to it or whatever, because you know, the experience right afterwards, that's like it's at its most potent. So I hesitate to say it's my favorite movie ever. That would be somewhat juvenile to immediately say that it's my favorite movie at this moment. At this moment, at like whatever, 2 a.m. Tomorrow, I don't know. But it's a damn good movie. It's the best movie I've seen in a long time. You know, if I'm doing smack, okay, this had like a little something else in it, you know? And it's like, whoa, what is that? What is that? You know, that's kind of how I feel about this thing. It's a good movie. It's a really good movie. Tom Cruise. Can never go wrong with a little bit of Tom Cruise. Okay, well, that's pretty much all you're going to get out of me today. I gotta do something with this soda. I gotta get rid of this thing. Bobby LeBons, signing off.